Alex Hurst here from the True Faith Newcastle United podcast, and Newcastle have drawn at West Bromwich Albion 0-0. Terrible performance. Terrible result as well. And in this video, I thought I'd do this video because I was frustrated. I'm not on the free podcast this week, so I thought I'd have my say just about how bad a result it is, why it's such a bad result, and how the manager is losing touch with reality, or he's deliberately trying to mislead people in terms of the job he's doing, and how likely it is Newcastle will avoid relegation. Where to start? I think the fact that we've gone to a team that have only won 2 of the last 17 home games, going back to the back end of last season in West Brom. We've got a 0-0 draw, and it's being put across as a good result because we haven't lost. West Brom are a newly promoted team who are certainly relegated after we went to Sheffield United, who hadn't won and hadn't kept a clean sheet all season, and managed to give them both. We've come to West Brom today, played terribly, got the team selection wrong, got the formation wrong. The formation is a joke, and failed to win either of the 2 games that I thought we had to win. I thought if he didn't win against Wolves and West Brom, I thought we could be relegated. I definitely think we're getting relegated now. As I speak, Fulham are 1-0 up at Anfield and are really good value for that result. Who knows how that game will finish? But what is interesting is that Fulham approach games trying to score goals and win. And I saw Liverpool go to Fulham earlier this season. I thought Fulham should have won then. I saw Fulham play at home to Manchester United. Fulham should have won then. This isn't a video about Fulham, but Jesus Christ, compared to Newcastle United, they're just a different side. They're a better team. They're a better team at St James's Park. When they played us off the pitch with 10 men, that red card was overturned subsequently. So massive stroke of luck there to have that for Steve Bruce and Newcastle United, and we've blown it. How bad are West Brom? I've got a graphic for you. West Brom's home form this season. Got the worst goal difference in the whole Premier League at home, -24. Twice as bad as their nearest competitor in Sheffield United. Conceded 33 goals in 15 home games. And this isn't just, it's not just Man City and Arsenal went there and scored big goals. Palace scored 5 goals against West Brom. Leeds went there and scored 4 goals. To go there and not even look like scoring. I mean, Joe Linton should score. He should shoot. Of course he should, but it's Joe Linton. His continued selection is laughable. Steve Bruce picks 3 players in Kraft, Joe Linton and Hendrick. It's like playing with 9 men. But to not go there and score a goal, look like scoring a goal, it's not good enough. Fulham would be 1 point behind us if they hold on to the win at Anfield. I'm not, either way, whether they get beat, whether they draw, who knows? When we go to Anfield in a few weeks' time, do you think we'll go and play the same way? Do you think we'll have the same number of shots and chances? Of course we won't. Because when we play a big team, any big team, the manager will talk about the resources. He will talk about the players. He will talk about how difficult it is against these big sides because of those additional resources. Because Steve Bruce's Newcastle are less than the sum of their parts. We aren't as good as we should be, and that's borne out in these games against West Brom. So West Brom could look at Newcastle and think Newcastle probably got 20-30% higher wage bill. Newcastle have got a much deeper squad than West Brom. Newcastle got their 3 best players out today, and there's still a discussion about who plays. Does Jacob Murphy play? Andy Carroll? Dwight Gale? Matt Ritchie? Do they come into the team? All on the bench with 3 players out. So Steve Bruce has got a massive squad depth to choose from. Matty Longstaff can't even make the bench. When we go to West Brom and we go to Sheffield United and we'll play Fulham, that resource difference disappears, and it's because of the manager. And I'm sick of it. I'm sure you're sick of it. But what really annoys me is the manager's comments post game. I mean, his comments pre and post game now are as big as the match each week in terms of the attention they get, in terms of the ridicule they receive. I'll start with this one here. Steve Bruce, in the last 6 games, we've won 2 and drawn 2 and only lost against Man United and Chelsea. Park that for now. I'll come back to it. That's bullshit. It's not true. He's forgotten we lost to Palace. He's including the Everton results. So it's actually 1 win in 6, and we lost to Palace, Chelsea, and Everton. Man United. And then he would draw with Wolves and draw with West Brom, who are both really, really average, particularly West Brom. Nothing against either team. Like both teams, both good away games, both good grounds, both good fans. But we should be winning those games with the players at our disposal and the position in the league. And if you can't go to West Brom, -33 goals conceded at home, minus 24 goal difference, won 2 of their last 17 games in all competitions at home. You cannot go there and at least try and win the game. Where can you go and win? Because our home games, Sheffield United aside, are all against teams higher than us in the league, much higher than us in the league. So who we're going to beat, who we're going to win, take it back to that. It's vitally important to make sure that we keep the run going. Try to stay calm in these moments. Won two of the last 18 games, Steve. Two of the last 18 games. Barely even makes sense, the words. When Newcastle United have won 2 of the last 18 fixtures. So we've got to keep that run going. And even if it was 2 wins in 7, it's still 2 wins in 18. And it's 1 win in 6. And we couldn't beat Wolves, who are average this season. And we couldn't beat West Brom, who are rubbish. We couldn't beat Sheffield United. Who we're going to beat? We'll beat Everton in that formation that will play, this mad formation without any strikers, trying to stay up and score goals in the Premier League without any strikers on the pitch. Good idea. It's going really well, really well. It worked against Everton. Fair play, worked. Took Everton by surprise, I imagine. Since then, teams have worked it out. Teams have worked us out. Yet Steve Bruce, in another comment, says, if I'd started with Andy Carroll and Dwight Gale, we'd have had to change the whole system. Might have been a good idea, Steve. Might have not drawn a blank at West Brom. Might have had a chance. Might have had a shot. So we've got a manager who is deluding himself about the kind of run we're on, and is already, even if the start was true, would be a gross misrepresentation of the truth. And best case scenario is admitted that the formation, which doesn't work, Palace managed against that formation, fine. Wolves could have won, should have won at the end of their game, fine. West Brom didn't seem to have too many issues with the formation today. How about changing it? How about that? How about playing 4-4-2? How about playing 4-2-3-1? How about doing something that doesn't include playing no strikers? Terrible day. I think if Fulham hold on for the win, and I've got no idea if they will or not, I've caught glimpses of the game. They've been excellent, as they are most weeks. Then we're 1 point from safety. And with the projection and the trajectory of both teams in terms of Newcastle's 2 wins in 17 and Fulham's recent performances, the team and the club are going to be relegated. And when we are relegated, and we look back at why we were relegated, they might have changed the manager by that point, or they might have not. We had these 2 games against Wolves and West Brom. We picked up 2 points, scored 1 goal, and the manager was content with both and thought both as a positive. And if that's how you react into those results and those situations, those performances, you probably deserve to get relegated. If Steve Bruce's bosses above him are thinking, good result at West Brom, did well yesterday, nils each. West Brom conceded a load of goals, but nils each, didn't have a shot, didn't have a chance. If they're happy with that, then they deserve to get relegated. And that's where I say you're going at the minute. Steve Bruce needs to be sacked. We need to appoint a proper manager, not Graham Jones, who plays this ridiculous formation. Might be a great coach, great lad, don't know. But we need to appoint a proper manager and try and win some games because other teams are showing that you can go anywhere and win the Premier League. We're showing that we can't even go to the teams that lose every week and win in the Premier League, never mind beat anyone who's any good. So, ridiculous day, ridiculous football club, ridiculous week, really. This has been myself, Alex Hurst. True Faith podcast should be out on YouTube and all good podcast platforms Monday night. I hope you listen. Please subscribe. Please subscribe to the channel. Like the video if you think it's any good, and thanks for watching.